So we've been working on triangle chokes. We've learned how to get the triangle, learned how to finish. We learned alternative finishes. If you can't quite get the triangle, you can go for TP, take the arm. We learned all that stuff. What we're going to do now is we're going to address this problem. See, the thing is, we've been practicing against a cooperative partner. But when you're rolling around with your friends, they know jiu-jitsu. See that guy right there? He's sneaky. Come here, Justin. Justin's sneaky, so he knows how to counter some triangle. He knows how to stop your triangle. So we're going to counter his defenses. We're going to work on countering common triangle defenses. The first one I want to talk about is posture. That's the most basic one. That's the one that almost everybody knows, and I've kind of been talking about it a lot already. But that's the idea that when I go for a triangle on Justin, he postures up. You see what he did? He has good posture with his back. He raises up. I can't finish my triangle now because he's postured. All right, so we talked about that a lot. And really, there's only one answer. And that answer is control his head. Everybody say that with me. Control his head. If you control his head, he can't posture. You're hanging onto his head. If you let his head go, if you get all fancy and forget, oh, it's gone. As soon as you let his head go, he will posture away if he knows any jiu-jitsu at all. So, to counter the most common triangle defense, it's kind of simple, but people forget it, is you got to keep head control. So if I was going, say, from a full setup position here, as soon as I get that triangle setup position, that includes holding the head. Keep it down. If you can get a little bend on his head, that's even better. And to pull his head down, if you get lucky and he starts to raise up just a little, I can still, get it back. Grab the crown of his head, not so much the base here. You're going to have more leverage up here. Two hands like this and pull it back down. But if it gets too high, now I may have lost it. I can't get my grip back. But if you can get the crown of his head, pull it down, it's going to be a lot harder for him now to posture out of that. So that's the posture defense, is to control his head. Now remember when we talked about getting perpendicular, remember that big word? There's a good reason for this. There's a lot of good reasons for this. It helps me close my legs, but also prevents the second most common counter. If I'm in line with Justin, he can do what's called the stack. Everybody say stack.
Stack.
Ever try a triangle and the guy does this to you? It's hard for me to breathe right now. I am, in this position, stacked. Okay? So let's talk about the stack. You should know it if you ever get stuck in a triangle. If you get stuck in a triangle, stack him. Curl him up on his head like this. Stack him. Whoosh! I can't finish. I'm really uncomfortable. Anyone ever been here before? It's no fun. It's no fun being stacked. But we've kind of already talked about how to prevent that. Remember when I said to get sideways? Especially when I said secure or anchor that sideways like this. It's hard I'm sideways. He can't really stack me very well. So I'm off to the side. So that's the first thing, is getting good triangle position, perpendicular. That sideways position will prevent you from being stacked. Okay? So, triangle here. If I'm sideways, you can't get stacked. But what if I mess up? I'm straight on. He starts to stack me. Watch this. Put your hand on his shoulder and do your own shoulder walk. See, stacks me. Shoulder walk. Stack me. Shoulder walk, and you better get sideways really soon. So, if he stacks you up, shoulder walk away and get sideways with the way you're supposed to be. That's if you weren't sideways in the first place. So what we're going to do now is we're going to shoulder walk. So I'm here, bang, bang. He starts to stack. Put your hands like on his shoulders or one on his head, and you're just going to kind of let your shoulders be like legs. Push him back and shoulder walk, and then get sideways, and then he can't stack you anymore. So we're going to shoulder walk right. Watch this. Get the triangle set up position. He's going to curl you backwards. Hands on his shoulders, or one shoulder, one head. Shoulder walk away, lock it up, sorry. Lock it up and get sideways so you can't get stacked anymore. So you just walk your shoulders sideways, or backwards, turn sideways, and that will stop the stack. All right, the stack is a big problem if you're a triangle specialist. You have to deal with it. I'm giving you 3 ways to deal with it. The first way to deal with the stack is be sideways. Be perpendicular in the first place and you won't get stacked. The second way, you messed up a little bit and he starts to stack you, shoulder walk away, push on his shoulders, and then get sideways so you don't get stacked. Okay? Let's say that doesn't work. You have one last option against the stack. This is a nice little sweep. Stay over there. Stay over there. One last option here. Let's go this way. So I'm here. Yeah. So I tried to get sideways. I didn't do it. I can't shoulder walk. One last thing. You got an arm stuck in here. Hold it. Take the other arm and underhook this leg over here. You've got one arm and one leg. And I'm sideways now. I pull myself sideways and watch this kick. Oh, you look this way. Yeah, come on. So I'm right here. I try to triangle. He stacks me. Hold this arm. Underhook this leg over here. Pull myself sideways and look at this. Boom. Now what am I at? Arm bar. I could also, I'm not giving up on this yet. See, I still got this now. I got a whole bunch. I can still finish my triangle from here. Okay? Shh. All right. Here. Stack. I didn't get sideways. I can't shoulder walk. Hold the arm that is trapped. Underhook the other leg. One arm, opposite leg. Pull yourself sideways. Look at this. I'm loading my leg. See this? So I can explode. Boom! Like this. I can go arm lock now, or I might just stay with what I had. I might gooseneck. Remember gooseneck? Maybe I'll do something else. I don't know. But I got a good position here. So this is the sweep against the stack. Counter number 3. Everybody say this. Sweep against the stack.
Sweep against
All right, just so you understand, so you don't get stacked. Number 1, be sideways and you won't get stacked. Number 2, you start to get stacked, you can shoulder walk. Number 3, that doesn't work. Hold the arm, underhook the leg. Whoosh. Finish the triangle or just go ahead and take this arm right here. On 3, 1, 2.